Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? It's your boy here, the Flea Market Junkie. And man, have I been busy the last couple weeks. I've been hitting them high and low, man. I've been, Goodwills, disc replay. I've been up north in the city. I've just been all over the place finding a lot of really good stuff. I hit up Uncle John's flea market that's out here by me. Got some great deals out there. It's been fantastic. But I got a few things I want to say before I get to the games. First of all, can anybody tell me why this camera looks like fucking dog shit? I've seen better footage off of ATM machines. I bought this thing on Black Friday. It's a Sharper Image brand, but it says full HD 1080p video quality and 12 megapixels. So the footage should be a hell of a lot better than this. This is bullshit. And I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong, like am I processing it in the wrong frame rate or some bullshit? I don't know. So if one of you guys out there has any idea how I could fix that, or if I just bought a piece of shit, let me know. That would be great. Okay, I got one more thing. Alright, so like on my third episode, I went to Uncle John's. I think it was my third episode. I went to Uncle John's flea market and I sold a bunch of Super Nintendo games to a couple of guys. Well, last week when I was at Uncle John's flea market, the guys that I sold those games to recognized me from that video, and they're like, "Oh man, that was so cool! I saw your video and we were in it. That was so awesome." So we got to talking, and they want me to film them, like start a new series, just filming them. They deal with more than just video game stuff. They buy anything. They have Star Wars toys. They buy G.I. Joes. They buy tons of different things. And so I'm thinking about starting a new series where I just hang out with them and film them. It'll kind of be like video game sellers meets American Pickers meets Pawn Stars, something like that. But if I do it, I really want to do it right. I want to, get better cameras, and I want to do sit-down interviews and shit with them. So if I do it, I really want to do it right. I don't know, I would really enjoy your guys' input, what you guys think about it. And if there's anybody that lives in the Chicago area that is watching this video, and you would want to be a part of something like that, and you can bring something to the table, like you're good at editing, or you got a good camera, or you just have good ideas, let me know, and I'd be happy to bring you on board. So, alright, with all that being said, let's get to the video games. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys this week, so I'm going to start with the newer stuff and work backwards. So I'm going to start with this GameCube. I picked up Pikmin on the GameCube. This is the Player's Choice Edition, but I only paid $4 for it, so that was a pretty damn good deal. And these, I think I paid $1.50 each for these. I think I already had most of these, but for $1.50, you can't really pass them up. I picked up Spider-Man, The Incredibles, and Bully. All for $1.50. Can't really pass that up. Okay, now I got a bunch of boxed Super Nintendo games. Now I got a bunch of boxed Nintendo 64 games. None of the boxes are in really good shape, but they are complete, and I got most of them at a really good deal. So, alright, so I got Duke Nukem 64 for $4. International Superstar Soccer for $4. Zelda, The Ocarina of Time for $4. And this one I picked up, I paid money, I paid for it. I ended up paying, I think $45 for this, but I got a complete in-box copy of Super Smash Brothers. I mean, the box is pretty beat up. The flap is kind of fucked up. But I think $45 is a pretty good deal. I think on eBay, Smash Brothers by itself, I don't know, sells for like $30 or something like that. So, I don't know, not too bad. Oh, here's one thing I grabbed. I got a Tiger handheld electronic football game. I think I paid $2 for it. That was a pretty good deal. I got a couple of Game Boy games. I got Bomberman, Bomberman Tournament, and Game & Watch Gallery 3. I got both of those for $3 each, I think. I also picked up a couple Super Nintendo games. I got Out of This World and Mega Man X. They were asking $20 for it, but I did a bundle deal with them, so I think this ended up coming out to like $12 or something at the end, you know, in the bundle. So not too bad. All right, now I got a shitload of Nintendo games. None of them are really super rare. They're just all games that I didn't have that I needed to get added to the collection. So I got Bigfoot. I think I paid $3 for that. I got 1943 with the manual. Looks like I paid $10 for it. I don't know. Now that flea market season's over and garage sale season's over, I find that I'm more willing to pay higher prices for games. You know, just because there's nowhere else to get them. I can only get them at Disc Replay or other video game stores, and their prices are always going to be higher than the garage sales. So I don't know. I've kind of justified paying higher prices somehow in my head. But anyway, like this one, Death Race, I paid $25 for it. 1942, looks like I paid $7. A Nightmare on Elm Street. That was part of that bundle I was telling you about earlier. So was this Bubble Bobble. I went ahead and grabbed another copy of Super Metroid just because it was only like $2 the lady was asking, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And alright, now these games I picked up at Video Games Now and Then. It's up north in Chicago, like a little bit past O'Hare Airport. It's a really good video game store. If you're ever in that area, you should definitely check them out. I grabbed Little League Baseball for $5.99. Rock and Roll for $3.99, and Burra Fighter, I don't know, it's a taxiing game for $2.99. And last but not least, on the Nintendo games, I got Complete in Box Knight Rider for $10. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys this yet. I picked this up. I got it for $10. It came with the manual. Super Mario Brothers for the Atari 5200. I still don't have Atari 5200 yet, but I've been diligently looking for one. My local Disc Replay has one for sale right now. It's in the box, but the box is beat to shit, and there's no styrofoam or nothing, and they want like $90 for it, and I just can't get myself to pay that for a beat-up-ass Atari 5200. Oh, in my last video, I showed you guys that I bought that Nintendo 64, the Atomic Purple Controller Edition. Well, I found an Atomic Purple controller. And whenever I grabbed this, whenever I bought this, it was beat to shit. It was dirty. Every button was sticky. It was just nasty. But I took it all apart. I cleaned the shit out of it. I soaked all the little buttons in water and hot water and cleaning solution. Cleaned the shit out of it, and it came out pretty good. The joystick's real nice. Oh, I had to replace one of these bumpers, so I took apart like a gray N64 controller, and I replaced the bumper. So, I don't know, the thumbstick's real good. All the buttons are good now. So, now it could go home into that box with my Nintendo 64. Alright, now let's get to the fun stuff. I told you guys, I got a lot to show you this week. I got a lot of boxed things. Box systems, box controllers, and you know I love boxes, so where do I start? Okay, we'll start here. At that store, Video Games Now and Then, I picked up this Sega Genesis Sega Genesis Arcade Power Stick. It's complete in there. It's got the styrofoam inside. See, it's got the styrofoam in there. It's super complete. The joystick is clean as hell. It doesn't look like it's ever been played with. I got it for 20 bucks, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. Because I've seen the joystick itself. Well, I just bought one loose. I think I paid $8 or $10 for it, just some loose, dirty-ass stick. So I thought one complete in a box was a pretty damn good deal for 20. You know, and at that same store, I think it was last summer, I was at the Wolf's Flea Market north of Chicago, and this kid right out in front of me bought a factory sealed Dreamcast right in front of me. Like, we're both looking at the table, and we were both working to the right, and he just got to it before I did, and I think he only paid like 20 bucks for it. So I was super bummed that day, but well, I found another one. It's not factory sealed, but it is 100% complete, and all like the all the wires and everything are still in their little baggies and shit. So in the box is in real nice shape, other than this little crease right here. I ended up paying 45 bucks for it, but I don't know. I think it was a pretty good deal, and I've been wanting one for a while. So, like I said, it seems like I've been willing to pay higher prices these days. So I don't know. I got it. All right, and I picked this up at my local disc replay. I got another complete in box Genesis, and it's complete. It does need to be cleaned up a little bit. I need to pull it out of there, just wipe it down. It got a little dusty, but it's got a plastic shell that holds the game, or holds the system and the controllers and everything. So, and that's all in there, and all the manuals, everything, all the manuals are still in their bags. So I picked this up at Disc Replay for, I think, $40. So I think I got a decent deal on that. So I'm happy to have it. So now I got this one, and I got a Redbox version up there. So happy to have it. All right. So last but not least, I was working, and I drove by a Goodwill that was somewhere that I would never ever go again. It was way up north. I can't remember the name of the area that it was in, but I'm just driving and I see a Goodwill, so I was like, I gotta stop, you know. So I go in, and I look around, and then well, first I go to the back and I look at the electronics, and then I go by the games and I look through the games. I didn't find anything. So then I go and check their glass case, and all the way on the bottom, all the way in the back of the shelf, I found an Odyssey 400. Complete in box. I did have a little bit of footage of me finding it, but somehow when I tried uploading it, I lost the footage. I don't know what happened, but you know, it happens. So, but anyways, Odyssey 400, I paid 30 bucks for it, and this thing is freaking mint, man. I'm gonna show you guys. All right, well, I just took the lid off. You see all the wires. It's got the manuals. Here, take it. It's got the little RF switch thing, and it's got the power cord still in the little box. Alright, man, well, here it is, guys. This thing is clean as hell. There's not a scuff, a scratch, a scrape on it. This thing is in really nice condition, man. I am so happy to have it. I've been wanting one of these for so long. You know, these came out before my time, if you can believe it. I know I'm old, but these things actually came out a few years before I was born, so I never really played with one of these before. So I'm definitely gonna play this thing and see what it's all about. Well, alright guys, that's my video for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I've had a good time making it, so please comment, like, subscribe. Leave me some comments down there. You know how I love reading your guys' comments, and I always try to respond to as many of them as I can. So please do that. Comment, like, subscribe. And I'm the Flea Market Junkie, and I'm signing out. I'll catch you on the flip side.